Right, folks. If anybody's watching Marilyn Monroe tonight, I don't know if anybody knows who she is, but iconic movie star, 50s and 60s, I think. So I thought I'd have a dabble at Marilyn Monroe today. Get some darks down first. I've already got the basic outline down. Can take a long time to get the outline down, so I'm not going to bore you with that. I'm not going to bore you with that part of the drawing. I could be doing that part for a good half an hour at least. So I'll leave that one out completely. So I'm just getting some basic values down. Lovely eyes, nice big thick lashes. So she makes for a very good subject. I usually start with the eyes when I'm drawing. I think they're probably the most important feature. Art with TFM, nice, thanks. Art with TFM. Thanks for that comment. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I thought we were all by myself for a minute then. At least there's one person. I'm not just talking to myself, which I do quite a lot anyway, so it don't bother me talking to myself. So I was getting some details down first, which that's how I usually tackle things. I like to get everything in order, and then I'll do some half tones, just work my way around, and then maybe finish with some chaotic scribbles. I don't know how to, I don't know what I should be doing, so this is just the way that I've done it. Probably doing it completely wrong, but that's just the way. It's my particular method. Make sure I get the main features down first, and then work around the main features. I definitely will be adding some different values to this picture. It's quite plain, the one that I'm actually copying from. So, get the basics down to it, and then go for some dark tones. And I'm just using charcoal pencil. So Crawford and black charcoal pencil, and then I'll get my blending stuff out, and I use a big block as well. That's really dark, that block, so really good for some nice dark tones. Put it nice and dark around here. Keep it a bit free around here, and just blend it back a little bit, so all the focus needs to be on the main features. Features of the face. Got some shadow underneath the nose. I've got my soft pencil ready. Some really dark areas as well. So I'm doing Marilyn Monroe if anybody's interested. Thank you, son-in-law, Bella MB Life, thanks. Thank you very much. Just going to try and keep this one down to about 20 minutes. So I'll try and keep moving. I'm going to get my blending stub, load it up with a bit of charcoal, and then create a bit of movement. No, a bit messy with the hair as well. But we're not going to do detail work in the hair. I like to keep it nice and free, so that the main focus is drawn towards Marilyn's eyes and the features. When I first started drawing, I used to do everything in detail, and there were certainly not as expressive as charcoal drawings. I always used to do everything in graphite. I still like doing graphite drawings, but charcoal is much more expressive. You can create squiggles, and you can't really do that much with graphite. Everything's more regimented and realistic, which takes a lot longer. To do this image in graphite, who inspired me? That's a good question. To be honest, I don't think anybody inspired me, because I didn't really, when I was younger, I just, if you're talking about when I was younger, that is, I never really watched any artists because when I was young, there was no YouTube. There was no internet when I was young. I just picked up a pencil and I just enjoyed it, the process of putting something down on paper. I think it's really good to focus on something like that that's away from everything that's going off now in the world. It's just getting absolutely crazy. So if I don't draw, I get really, really, well, I just draw. I'm going to say I get really bored, but I don't get bored because whenever I feel bored, I just get my pencil and paper out or charcoal and I just put something down on paper and I'm not bored. I never get bored. I think social media is a massive problem, especially in young kids. I think that's just too addictive, and I think if you can get into something like drawing, or it don't have to be drawing, it could be anything, crafting, anything that keeps you away from screens and the culture of social media and Instagram and TikTok. You can literally just sit on and scroll on TikTok or Instagram for hours. So I've been there and I've done it, and I purposely came off of it because I was literally wasting about at least half an hour probably just scrolling mindlessly, and you've achieved absolutely nothing when you're doing stuff like that. So each to their own. I won't tell anybody what to do with their lives, but it works for me. I like doing stuff. I like creating things. But yeah, who inspired me? Nobody. I just sort of looked at images and I thought, yeah, I'd like to try and put that down on paper. So it's more imagery that inspires me. If I see a certain image that makes me think, wow, look at that, that's amazing. Like, Marilyn Monroe, brilliant image. Good. You love doing it as well, Sonny Lawyer. That's right. I like to listen to lives or videos and do art. Yep. Me too. It's good fun. You're learning when you watch other people. You can obviously learn a lot from them. I love watching other artists. Before I go to sleep, I'll probably put YouTube on, and there's a couple of artists that I do like watching. So yeah, this guy's inspired me. They call him Mad Charcoal. I don't know if you've seen him, but if you type in Mad Charcoal on YouTube, he's amazing. He's really good. So yeah, he's definitely inspired me to use charcoal, because I've not really used charcoal a lot. In fact, I've never used it until this year. It's the first time I've used charcoal. It was never sort of available to me. I had charcoal, but never really tried it before until this year. And now I'm completely addicted to it. I had to call my channel Addicted to Charcoal instead of Stew Art. But I don't just do charcoal, obviously. I do graphite as well. So. Work is very hard. Well, this type of work, Roblox girl, yep, Roblox girl. This type of work, it's just, if you've been drawing, if you've been sort of drawing for as long as I've been drawing, it's quite easy. I'm basically transferring an image from that screen that's in front of me, which is this one. So I'm literally doing this image, and it's not 100% accurate, but it's still an image that's being transferred. So I always say that drawing's a bit like printing. We're basically printing an image, but not trying to do it. I don't try and do it exact, because printing exact is you're just not using your own style, and you try and put your own little influences into whatever you're doing, and then you're not just copying. I used to copy all the time when I was younger. I used to try and get things absolutely exact, and I think it's important to capture the character that you're drawing, but to get things exact, I don't think it's important unless you're doing a commission. You're trying to draw a particular person, then obviously you want it to be pretty much exact. But when I'm doing stuff like this, I'm not that concerned about it being exact. I'm just trying to capture a particular image, and hopefully it's something that's nice to look at. It's something that you've created. Hi Charlotte Hansen. It's perfect in many different ways. Exactly. Beauty is in the eye of the person that's looking at it. You might see something different to what I'm looking at. Somebody else might see something completely different as well. It makes no difference as long as it's an image that sparks some kind of a emotion, if you like. I think that's the beauty of it. That's what's addictive about it. You start off with a blank piece of paper, and within 17 minutes you've created something that's beautiful, interesting, just from squiggling a few lines on a piece of paper. Right, that's not looking too bad. I'm going to do a bit of background. Just going to keep the background really basic, just so that hair stands out. Again, this is the beauty about charcoal. You couldn't do this with graphite at all. I'm just literally getting a bit of picking a little bit of graphite up from this block and throwing it on the paper. I'm not really bothered about how it looks. Because again, the main image is Marilyn's features. So yeah, I should be drawn to these features, not what's going off. If I start to put detail around the outside, your eye would be pulled away from the main features, which is Marilyn's eyes. And so I'll keep it nice and loose around here. It's just a sketch. Just a bit of fun. Just to pass the time away. It beats sitting and scrolling mindlessly. So I'll just try and finish off. It's not far off done now, this one. Just going to put some more darker values and the main features, which is her eyes. Everything else can just float away. And I'll put some squiggle lines in as well, just to bring a bit of chaos into it. Pastels. Son-in-law, someday you should test pastels. Pastels? Do you mean coloured pastels? Or do you mean pan pastels? That really dark charcoal-y stuff. So I have... Hi Charlotte Handsome. I should sell this for hundreds of dollars. Well, I'm in England, so I'll be selling it for pounds, but I don't think anybody would pay hundreds of pounds for it. But thanks for that comment, that's really nice. It'd be nice to think somebody would buy this for hundreds of dollars or pounds or whatever. They might do. They might do, you never know. We'll see what happens. Just take it one day at a time. I enjoy it. That's the main reason why I'm doing it. I like sharing my work as well. It's all good fun. Right, 22 minutes. So we've gone over the 20-minute mark. Let's pop a couple of highlights in. Not that I need to. Right, I think that one's done for the night, so thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments, I appreciate all your comments, it's really nice. So I'll probably see you in the next one. I might do one tomorrow as well. I'll roughly do them about 7 o'clock at night. So yeah, see ya.